Hey there guys, Brendan from TAT here. Today I just want to show you a little tip, something that might get you out of trouble one day. With the BMW security lock nuts, an easy way to get them off when they inevitably end up in the trip. BMW security lock nuts, you'll know them by the clover type shape that's there, and what can make them difficult, if that ever does round out, you've got this extra security part on the end there that spins around. So if you try and knock on your typical socket that can bite in and try and grab them, it's just going to spin that, no chance, right? So there's plenty of tools out there specifically for these, but I just want to show you something that you can do with tools that you've got lying around pretty much. So what you want to do, if this ends up rounded off, you lose your lock nut, all those kinds of situations, right? We need to get it off. You want to get a 23mm socket, get it on the end of an extension. Now this one we've already pulled apart, but I'll show you what you'd be doing in the car. So it's sitting there, you're going to want to hit that on, and 23mm is just enough that it goes on there and it'll grip over the top of that security ring section. You then are able to wiggle that up and down. So you'll find it actually doesn't take too much effort once you hit that on pretty hard with a hammer, wiggle it up and down, and you'll get that section out, right? So you've got your section and your ring there, and you'll find you're left with inside the wheel nut, it's actually a spline. I'll throw the ring away, get rid of my tool. So you find on the back of that clover is actually a spline, right? Now obviously if you have a tool like that you could do it, but it's not a very common one, so you can use this as a tool. So what we do is just get a nut itself and we just chop off the actual threaded section and we weld it onto your spline. So you'll see you've got your spline, you've got what would be the end of a regular BMW wheel stud without the stud. You weld it on there, nice similar materials, it flows really nicely and you get a really strong tool. You can then use your tool inside your nut and she'll undo like a breeze. So there are tools out there, slide hammers that'll pull it off and all these kinds of things, but we found that that works fine because yeah, these things they do like to round off, but 23mm socket, weld up a little tool and you'll be able to use that going forward. Thanks guys.